Hi, I'm Kathryn, and today we're going to talk about the button tool. For those of you that are programmers, you've probably experienced our object model or our connect commands to send, to automate your processes of using STK. For those of you that aren't programmers but want to start getting your feet wet with programming, the button tool is the best way to do this. The button tool is a utility used to send connect commands either one at a time or many at a time into STK. To start using the button tool, you want to open it up. And the way you open it up is you go to your STK install directory. You're actually going to go into your STK install directory, which is typically your C program files, AGI, and then in the STK 11 folder, in the connect folder, then there's a button tool, bin, PC, and then you find the buttontool.exe file. This will open up the button tool. And the first thing that you'll notice about the button tool is it has a big red box around the outside letting you know that it's not connected to an open instance of STK. When you hit the radio button to connect, it's going to ask you which socket you're going to connect to through. The default socket for STK is 5001. And then what host name you're connecting to. If you're connecting to your local machine, it'll just be localhost. Once you click connect, you'll see that big red box turn green, letting you know you can send a connect command into STK. You are all ready to go. The next thing you need to know is what connect command are you sending? If you aren't familiar with our STK help, our help is wonderfully well documented for all of the different ways you could use STK, including how to send your connect commands. There's an alphabetical listing. There is a listing by object or by modules for you to explore all of the different connect commands that we have available. I'm going to start building a scenario from scratch. So I'm going to start with a new command to create a new object. If I look at the syntax of the new command, we can see that I have a keyword for the connect command, in this case, new. Then we're going to go to the application path, which is just a /. Then we have the class path. What type of object are you going to be creating? In this case, I'm going to start with creating a new facility, and then you give it a name. So to send this command into my button tool, I am simply just going to start typing this. I'm going to type the word new. I have a single space, and then the / for the application path, a single space. And then since I'm not creating a new scenario, I'm going to add in my truncated scenario path with a star and a /. And then the type of object that I'm going to bring in, which is a facility. And then I'm going to give it a name. In this case, I'm going to give it my name of test. Once I hit enter or hit the send button, it will send it into my into STK, and we can see that it has sent properly and properly formatted because there's no error message here in the button tool. If I go back and look at STK, we can see that I have a test facility, and it is right there in our default location of our AGI headquarters outside of Philadelphia. Now, if I want to move this facility to a new location, that's going to be a set position command. So I'm going to go and look for my set position. So I'm going to scroll down on my list and then find the set position command for facilities, targets, and places. And again, just to understand the structure of this command, we have a keyword set position. You have an object path. That'll be what object are you sending this connect command to. The type of position that you might be sending. And then we have some additional information. What type of coordinate frame are we doing this, and what are the parameters of that command? So for my set position, I am going to change it to be in a new location. So I'm going to type in the word set position. And then again, my object path. So */facility and then /test for the object that it is. The next thing I need is my type, and I'm just going to send it to be a geodetic. And then finally, give it a lat long and altitude. So I'm going to give it a position of 30, 30, and an altitude of terrain, and that means STK will look at the local terrain for that area and put in the correct altitude for whatever terrains I have located into that for location. So now that I can see my connect command has been sent, and if I look on my facility, I can see that this is now in the north of Egypt. So that's the basic functionality of the button tool. But the button tool also has the ability to do a little bit more. So with the button tool, you can create a button from either the output window or just a single command. So I can create a single command button, and I can give this a new facility command. And I'm going to just I'm just going to type in a new facility command. And this will create a button on the top of my window that I have a new facility button. I can also create a new command button from output window, and this will take all of the output that's currently in my window and create a button from it. Before I do that, I'm going to delete the comments in there so I just have the connect commands that I want to have in my button. So I'm going to now create a command button from my output window, and so this is going to be my Egypt facility. And then click create. So now I have two buttons here at the top of my window. If I go through in my scenario and delete my test facility, so I no longer have any facilities in my view, and then go to my button tool, I can click my new facility by just clicking on the one new facility button, and that creates my AGI headquarters button. Or I can click the Egypt facility. You can see it automatically creates my test facility over here in Egypt. So this is the basics of the button tool.